Hey all, Dominic here again, welcome to another video. I hope you're all okay today and I hope you're having a great weekend so far. Now today's video is going to be something video game related, and it's actually going to be about my overall thoughts of PS2 Classics on PlayStation 4. Now, for those who wondered what this is, PS2 Classics on PS4 is a digital classics service, or program if you want to say it, digital classics program that Sony brought to the PlayStation 4 at the beginning of early December of 2015. Now they announced this at the end of November that year, that Sony was going to be bringing PlayStation 2 games on PlayStation 4 running through emulation. Now, my overall thoughts of this feature mainly has been good, so it has, but I did have an issue with one particular game, so I did. So I like the fact that Sony brought PS2 games to the PS4 and sort of giving them a re-release, which was really, really good. And I think it's also great to see not only old audiences revisiting these games, but also giving a new audience a brand new experience, which was fantastic. And for me, it was great because I actually hadn't played some of these PS2 games that were available digitally on PlayStation 4, so that was a good thing. Obviously, like everyone else, I didn't play every single PlayStation 2 game, so that was a good thing. Now, the ones I purchased, I actually did purchase them on sale. Most of the time, they were actually on sale, some of these PS2 games. So I actually waited until there was a bit of a price cut and then purchase them, so that's what I did. So I actually purchased 6 of them, so I did. So the 6 of these games were Connecticut, Psychonauts, Grand Theft Auto 3, Fun Super Combo, Parappa the Rapper 2, and Fantavision. And the only one I've actually played out of this was Grand Theft Auto 3, so it is. I played a bit of it quite some time ago, but I never really got into those games. I'm not the biggest fan of Grand Theft Auto, so I'm not. I can play a bit, but I'm not like fully into it like a lot of people. But maybe in the future that might happen. I don't know. The only one I did play a lot was I think now Chinatown Wars. Played it on iOS, so I did. But I've also played it on the DS and the PSP, and I really got into it when I played it on the DS, so that was good. Yeah. So, what were my overall thoughts of playing these on the PS4? They were quite good. The emulation ran very, very well, so it did. And there was no, like, hiccups or anything, nothing like that and stuff. Like I said, obviously, except for GTA 3, I haven't played the others, on the PlayStation 2. So I don't know if there's any differences or whatever, so I don't know that. But I had fun playing them and experiencing these games, so I did. So, as I just said, Connecticut, Psychonauts, GTA 3, Fun Super Combo, and Parappa the Rapper 2 played very, very well. So they did no problems, no hiccups. And it was great to play Parappa the Rapper 2 because the first one got like a re-release in it on PS4. So it was great to sort of experience that because, again, Parappa the Rapper, never played that when I was younger. I didn't even know what it was. I never knew about it until I was a lot older, so that was a good thing. But the one that sort of put me off of this was Fantavision. Now, Fantavision it's like a fireworks simulator game, I think it is. I'm not entirely sure. From what I heard, it was a launch title for the PlayStation 2, so it was, back in 2000. And for me, this is what really, really worried me about this digital classics program. This is why, even though I enjoyed the experience of playing with these games, this is what really put me off of it. So, what ended up happening was the game crashed. So it did. Once I purchased it, once I downloaded it on my PlayStation 4, got into it, the boot up PlayStation 2 screen came up. I was looking forward to playing this game. So I got through all the menus and everything, got into the game itself. crashed within the first minute. Yes, crashed within the first minute. And I was a bit confused on that. And I thought, what? Like, why is it crashed? So I didn't think of anything of it. I just, resetted, closed out of it, got back into the game, went for all the menus and everything, crashed again. And I thought, flipping heck, why is this happening? Why does it keep crashing? And I was curious if anyone else had, if anyone else had this problem. So I remember looking online, and it did take me a bit of time to try and find something. But at first I couldn't find anything. I looked on a forum, a website. So I went on Google, and I just typed in Fantavision PS4 freezing. And I found a website, a forum, where someone else had actually had that issue, where they played the game, and it literally crashed on them. So it did. So what I read was the solution that this other person had done is that they'd put the game, change the language to Italian. So I tried that myself, and it ran very, very well. Now, obviously, I don't understand Italian, despite being part Italian on my dad's side. Ironic. So I played it. I put it into Italian, and it played fine. It played fine. And from what I've heard, it's only the PAL version. So anyone in the UK and Europe who have had this issue, we are the only ones that have actually had that issue. The release in the US, and as well as Canada, this has had no issue on it. But everyone in the PAL territory, so like I said, the UK and Europe, if you purchase a game and you put into English, it doesn't work. It crashes. Now, I don't know if it's the emulator itself or if it's the game itself that's done this, because people, from what I've heard, said it could have been a bit of a dodgy file that Sony used for this game to be played on the PS4. I don't know. I did update the game. Nothing did that. So it did put me off with that. I don't know if that's the only digital PS2 game that does this. But if anyone in the PAL territory wants to play this game, I just want to warn you on that Fantavision crashes. So it does. So, just a warning out there, just in case you want to play that. Because it did annoy me. It really did. I was like, well, why does it keep crashing? Pardon me. So that is a bit of an annoyance. And it honestly did put me off. I'm like, no. And that's why I barely played that PS2 game on PS4 with that happening. And it really worried me. And I think even other people have had little issues with other games as well. But, you know what I mean? It's just how it is. So for me, that was the game that put me off, I think, buying any more PS2 Classics. And I think even playing any more. So it wasn't a good thing. So, yeah. So, I might have had a good experience with other PS2 games on PS4, but that was the one that put me off with it, so it was. So, yeah. I don't mean to turn this video, into a negative, but I just wanted to inform you all about that, just in case you were wanting to play that game on the PS4. So, yeah. So, I just want to say, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting and stuff. Before I finish, do I think Sony will add any more PS2 games to the PS4? No, I don't think so. The last one that we actually got was Ace Combat 5, so it was. But it wasn't available digitally on its own. The way to actually play Ace Combat 5 is if you pre-ordered Ace Combat 7. So that was the only way you actually ever got that game, so it was. Do I think they'll add PS2 Classics to PlayStation 5? Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. But I wanted to talk about this and stuff and sort of share my thoughts about it, so I do. So I just want to say thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will be back on Tuesday. So thanks for watching all, Bye.